Hey everybody, welcome to this vlog for today, the 8th of April 2013, the day after WrestleMania, and the first full day I've had. Excuse me. Like I said, the first full day I've had now to myself, if you will, since last week. You know, as I said in my channel update, my audio channel update, sorry about that. I'll wake you up a little bit. But as I said in my channel update yesterday, not yesterday, but last week, in the audio version, a lot has happened over the past week. My mom, of course, like I said, was off for Easter break. My nephews were off. But surprisingly, the only nephew we had during the week, not just on a regular basis of watching for a few hours and then that's it. The nephew but we also had him from Monday, I think it was Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. We had him up till Wednesday. And the reason was he just wanted to stay the night, I guess. You know, what are you going to do? He wanted to stay the night. And also, he wanted me to get a new game, which I did. That's something that I wanted to get when I had my original Wii, and that was Mario Galaxy. The reason he wanted me to get Mario Galaxy, and personally I wanted to get it for the same reason too, is because you can unlock a character easily with that game. It's crazy that you got to do that, or else you got to end up doing other stuff. You know. And if you must know, the game that you have to unlock this character in, is Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, it's strange. You gotta have a file from another game saved onto your Wii just to unlock this character. You know, go figure, right? Anyway, we had him for a while, and then of course, the following Thursday, we had him again, not for the night, just for a few hours, and I think the same with Friday. So basically, we had him all week last week, including Saturday. Yeah, we had him Saturday. So we had him Saturday, but we didn't have him until late Saturday night, almost. So thank goodness, thank God for that. But we did have my other nephews over. My second oldest sister and her husband, I guess they just wanted a bit of a break, some together time, and which isn't, you know, when you're married, obviously you want to have that, you know, time together. So she allowed them to come over and spend the night, and my teenage nephew was originally supposed to go to church, but you know how teenagers are, you know, they like to stay up, be on the computer, you know, do their own thing a little bit, and that's what he did. It probably didn't help much that I kept him up a bit, even after he went to bed very late. Basically what happened with me is I had a big old mosquito bug in my room. Yeah, you know those mosquito bugs that are attracted by light? Well, apparently it somehow got in my room, and I spent about almost, I guess according to my nephew, 2 hours trying to kill the thing. I don't know. So, anyway, besides that, we also had his brother with him, my other nephew, who's going to be 6 years old in the next 3 months. And he was okay. I mean, they were playing a little bit. I mean, I got a coloring book for them, a Ninja Turtle coloring book for them, so they can color in that. So they were okay for a little bit. And then he wants to go play the Wii, and I'm thinking, okay, I have no problem with that. So he's playing the Wii a little bit, he's asking me about this and that, and I'm thinking, okay, fine, whatever. Then the trouble starts. First it's his brother, but that's just temporary. Then later on, when his cousin shows up, it's not until the next day. It's not until the next day, mostly, which is Sunday, that a little bit of the trouble starts. You see the one thing between the 9-year-old and the 6-year-old, the one thing the 9-year-old nephew of mine has to understand is that his 6-year-old cousin or 5.5-year-old cousin doesn't quite grasp the concept of video games and what the difference is between games. I mean, and I'm sorry for the wind outside, it's very windy right now. But like I said, he doesn't quite grasp the concept of what a video game is. He doesn't quite grasp that concept, if you will. For example, one of the games my 5-year-old nephew likes to play is the sword play on Wii Sports Resort. He likes to play that. He likes to do the swords. And sometimes he likes to do the one-on-one, but mostly what he likes to do is it's not the speed duel, can't think of the name right now, but it's basically where he's got to go like through a gauntlet of opponents. Level after level, and he likes that. He really does. It keeps him busy. So he likes that because it lets him swing the remote around a little bit. You know, it lets him swing the remote. And I think what my 9-year-old nephew doesn't kind of grasp is a 5-year-old possibly, not saying all will, but some 5-year-olds like my nephew, like his cousin, my nephew, will not grasp the differences between the games until they're a little older. Like, you know, I'll give my 9-year-old nephew credit, and even my teenage nephew credit. They're trying to teach him on how to play certain games. And he'll get the hang of it. There's no doubt about that. He'll get the hang of it. But the thing is, right now, all he's thinking of is games are pretty much the same way. Because here's the deal. He'll get bored if he can't figure out a game, or after he's played it for a while. He'll get bored and he'll be like, I don't want to play this no more. I want to play this. You know, because he doesn't quite. Sorry about that. A car went by there. He doesn't quite grasp. He doesn't quite grasp like I said, the concept of the differences. I'll give you an example. You know, yesterday, I'll give my 9-year-old nephew credit. He was trying to teach him how to play Mario Kart Wii. But what my 9-year-old nephew doesn't quite understand is his cousin hasn't grasped the differences of the controller. You know? And even when he was playing Mario Super Sluggers, which thankfully still works, despite what my 9-year-old nephew thinks. You know, the swinging part he can understand, but you see, it's more of a concept. It's like what my teenage nephew said. He basically looks at each game as if it's the same kind of game from before, just a different game. Or basically it's the same concept as what he's played before, but it's different. It's like it's a different kind of game with the same concept. In other words, he thinks it's like the Mii's, you know. So that, so that's what he thinks. He doesn't quite grasp the differences. It's not like my 9-year-old nephew. He doesn't grasp the difference of, oh, this is about Mario, and this is about baseball, this is about doing this. I mean, he'll grasp that, that's no problem, but he doesn't grasp, like holding the A button and sometimes charging up or holding back like this. All he knows is this. And he doesn't grasp, like, sometimes using just the nunchuck and the remote to do the Mario Kart. He doesn't grasp that. All he's grasping is move the Wii remote like this. That's all he knows. I mean, I've had to teach him sometimes, and I think this is probably the only one he'll get so far, is the archery in Wii Sports Resort, and possibly the track running in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Those are the only ones I'm sure he's going to grasp at this moment. But again, though, it's more along the lines of my 9-year-old nephew kind of doesn't understand that his cousin hasn't grasped that situation, and that when you're going to play with him on this game or play with him on this console, you have to understand, okay, we got to do this. We got to play this game because it's probably the only ones he knows how to. In other words, you got to compromise. You got to kind of put your, you got to compromise. In other words, you got to put your likes aside and say, okay, what can we play that he understands? So, that's about it. I mean, he'll get used to the Mario Party 8 series, because his brother introduced him to it with the other Mario Party games, but still, he'll get the grasp of that. Because again, it's just a Wii remote. And, it's just up and down, like when you're going on the party board games. Anyway, though, besides that, and with the occasional teasing and making me be like, getting me out of my room while I was trying to watch Mania, and making me think, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. It was overall it was all right. It's just, again, they just got to learn some patience, and and my 9-year-old nephew has to learn compromise. He has to learn to share and, kind of put his likes aside in favor of something that, let's say, his cousin's going to understand. But overall, it was okay. I mean, I got to watch Mania, and that was good. It's just that it didn't help when I had to get up every now and then just to make sure something wasn't going on. I ended up missing some of it. Good thing I recorded it. Thank God for that. But really, overall, it wasn't too bad. My brother-in-law came and got all of them and dropped off my nephew at his house, and that was about it. So yeah, really was about it. But I'll tell you folks, very interesting Easter break week. Very interesting Easter break week, and I don't know what more I could say about it. My mom had to go get her truck fixed a little bit over the week, so that was the only other thing there, and really that was about it. So, but very interesting week, and that's all I'm going to say. Thank you all for watching this vlog. I did reach over 5,000 vids, as you know by now, so thank you all for that, for being there to help me with that, or subscribing to my channel for that. And that's all I'm going to say. Comment below, and I'll talk to you all later.